Hey everyone, welcome. We're about to jump into a really big piece of the IC3 Spark exam, all about staying safe online. Now, here's the thing. Learning stuff for an exam can be kinda dry, right? And it doesn't always stick. So to make sure these ideas really lock into your brain, I brought my friend Ben along, and he's gonna share a few stories you definitely won't forget. Let's get this started.
So here's our roadmap. We're going to talk about building your first digital shield with strong passwords. Then we'll cover how to spot and dodge those tricky phishing scams. And finally, how to know if a website is safe using something called HTTPS. And listen, mastering these basics, this is your first huge step. This is the foundation for those bigger certifications you might be aiming for, like CompTIA Security Plus. It all starts here.
Okay, first up on our list, passwords. Think of them as your secret handshake with the internet. This is literally your first wall of defense for everything you do online. So for this exam, you absolutely have to know what makes a password strong and what makes it, well, a terrible idea. So here's the deal for the IC3 Spark exam. When they say strong password, they're talking about one thing, the mix. You gotta have that variety, Big letters, small letters, numbers, and symbols like an exclamation point or hashtag. The more random stuff you mix in there, the tougher it is for someone to guess. But why does this matter so much? Well, Ben's got a story that makes this pretty clear. Okay, so I have this buddy, right? And his password for his favorite food delivery app was pepperoni. Just the word. That's it. One day, a coworker who knew he was obsessed with pizza just tried it. And it worked. A few minutes later, 50, I'm not kidding, 50 pepperoni pizzas get delivered to the office, all on my friend's credit card. It was a very, very expensive lesson in why you should never, ever use your favorite food as your password. That pizza story is hilarious, but it's also a perfect example of a huge concept in IT. Right now, we're calling it a strong password. But down the road, when you're studying for something bigger, like CompTIA Security Plus, this same idea is called authentication. Or in the Microsoft SC900 world, it's a key part of identity protection. For AWS, it's called IAM. It's all the same basic idea, and it all starts with this one simple rule. Don't use pepperoni. All right, let's put this to the test. Here's a classic exam-style question. Which of these is a safe password? Is it A, just 1234? Is it B, my name? Or is it C, TIGER 2026 hashtag? Just take a second and think about it. If you picked C, you are absolutely right. You nailed it. 1234 is just way, way too simple. And my name, well, that's personal info, which is always a bad idea. But look at C. It's got everything we talked about, a capital T, lowercase letters, numbers, and a couple of symbols. That's the perfect mix the exam is looking for. That's a strong password. So here's the big takeaway for your exam. When you see a password question, always, always look for the one with the best mix of characters. Stay away from anything simple or personal. The exam wants you to pick the most complicated-looking option. The key word you need to burn into your memory is strong password. Okay, let's keep building this digital shield. Next up is phishing. This is when the bad guys send you fake emails or messages to try and trick you, to get you to give them your information, like that awesome strong password you just came up with. A really simple way to think about this is that your online info, your username, your password, it's like the key to your house, right? You wouldn't just walk up to some random person on the street and hand them your key. The exact same rule applies online. And Ben has another story that really makes you think about this.
So my uncle, he cannot resist a good deal. One day, he gets this email and it's got all these flashing lights and digital confetti poppers going off saying, "You're a winner!" And the prize? A lifetime supply of rubber chickens. Seriously! All he had to do was click this link and type in his bank account number to verify his prize. He was so excited, he almost did it. Thankfully, he called me first. I had to walk him through it. "Uncle, look at who sent the email. That email address is just a bunch of random letters. And why would a contest need your bank info for a free prize?" He finally deleted it, and his life savings are safe from being spent on rubber chickens.
That rubber chicken story is a perfect example of a huge idea in cybersecurity. What just happened to his uncle is a type of social engineering, which is a major, major topic on the CompTIA Security Plus exam. In courses from Cisco or Pearson, you'll see this as a key example of threat types. Learning to spot these weird emails right now is one of the most important skills you can build. Okay. Here's a situation you'll definitely see on the exam. You get an email. The subject line is screaming, urgent. Your account is locked, and there's a link to fix it. So what do? A, click that link. B, reply with your username and password. Or C, ignore the email, open a new browser window, and go to the website yourself. The only safe answer here, the only one, is C. You never, ever click links in emails that are trying to scare you, and you definitely never reply with your personal info. See, scammers love using words like urgent because it makes you panic. It makes you react without thinking. The smartest, safest thing you can do every single time is to go directly to the real website on your own. So for the exam, your motto should be think safety first. It's that simple. If a question describes an email or a text that asks for private info or tries to rush you, you should immediately think it's a trap. The right answer will always be the most careful, cautious one. So be on the lookout for keywords like suspicious, personal info, and unsafe. All right, let's move on to our final piece of the shield. You've got a strong password, you know how to spot a phishing scam, but now you actually want to buy something online. How do you know if it's safe to put your credit card information into a website? Well, the answer is HTTPS. Whenever you look at a website address in your browser and you see it starts with HTTPS, that little S at the end is the most important part. It literally stands for secure. It's a signal that the website is using a special kind of protection, called encryption, to scramble up your information so nobody else can read it. We've got one last story to really make this stick. A little while ago, I was trying to buy this cool t-shirt online. I found 2 different websites that sold it. The first one's address just started with HTTP, no S. Typing my credit card number in there felt like I was just standing up and shouting it across a super crowded room. It felt wrong, so I closed it. The second website started with HTTPS. That felt totally different. That felt like leaning in and whispering the number right into the banker's ear, totally safe and private. You can probably guess which website got my business. And just doing that simple check, just looking for the S, that's your very first step into the world of network security. When you move on to the CompTIA Network Plus exam, you're going to learn all about secure protocols. And guess what? HTTPS is the most famous one. This exact same idea is also a huge deal in Microsoft Azure and Pearson's network security courses. And it all begins with just spotting that one little letter. So, a question on the exam for this could be really straightforward. Something like this. What does HTTPS mean on a website? A, the site is unsafe. B, the site uses secure communication. Or C, the site loads slowly. I think you've got this one by now, right? The answer is B, for sure. The S stands for secure, plain and simple. It means your connection is safe. So A is the total opposite of the truth. And C, well, how fast a website loads has nothing to do with whether it's secure or not. It's all about that S, for safety. So, for the exam, what you need to remember is really simple. First, always look for the S in the web address. Second, look for that little padlock icon that shows up right next to it in your browser. Those are your 2 signs that a site is safe for your personal info. The keywords to remember are secure site, HTTPS, and encrypted. Okay, let's put it all together. Here's your game plan for exam day. Number 1, slow down. Just take a breath and read each question carefully. Number 2, always, and I mean always, think about what the safest option is. And if you ever get stuck, just think back to the stories. Remember, don't use pepperoni as a password. Pick the complicated one. Don't fall for the rubber chicken scam. Always be suspicious. And only buy stuff from websites that have that secure S-lock. You can do this. You've got this. So we'll leave you with this one question. You now have the basic tools to build your first digital shield and protect yourself online. What's the very first thing you're going to check or change to make your own online life just a little bit safer today?